when it comes to mentorship, this is a very powerful tool for guiding young professionals to get into the career they want to do or they aspire to be in. And through mentorship, you can find somebody who can guide you through the do's and the don'ts, and also help you acquire some skills you cannot get in your classical classroom or even in just your daily life, but you can get from somebody else that can help you through that. And today we have the pleasure of hosting our young professional pusher. I don't know. I want to find a beautiful name for her, but she comes from the unconventional circle. She built it as the director and the lead mentor out there to make sure that young professionals now have a place to go when they want some guidance. Nikita Makwana is here. Hi, Nikita.
Hi, good morning.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure having you. I've always wanted to know a little bit about mentorship, especially mo Botswana, especially for young professionals, because I think it's a very powerful tool, like I said. Let's talk about why mentorship is important for young professionals.
Thank you so much. I actually like how you brought the context part to say in Botswana, right?
Yes.
When you look at different countries, when a child is still young, they start to show interest of what they want to do, and instantly we take them towards that direction, not the general thing, right? So they grow up with the mindset that I need someone to help me with mentorship. So in our country, we have that, but I don't think it is that more established compared to other countries. So I believe that more and more people are getting to appreciate the importance of mentorship.
What is mentorship? Okay, we find this is a mentor, this is a mentee. What is that role, and how does it play out in a scenario where you are the mentor and you are the mentee?
I love that because we have a Setswana saying that "Takuya ko morago ga tahaya pele ga tileng," to show you that there are people that have gone ahead of you that know something that you don't know. So as a mentee, you are on the other side of learning what people have already accomplished, what they have already learned. And as a mentor, is about giving to another person. I think that is actually the simplest way of putting it.
And I love the fact that this year's theme is to give to gain. We keep giving. So let's go through the process of getting a mentor. How do you identify a mentor? When do you know that you need a mentor? I just graduated. I'm getting into the professional space. What are the steps I should be taking?
Okay. I want to start by saying that everybody needs a mentor. At every stage of your life, you're going to need a mentor. And every part of your life, you're going to need a mentor. A mentor in your marriage, a mentor in your career, a mentor in your health, in different aspects, right? So the first thing that you need to identify is who can help me in a specific area. That's where to start. Not everybody can help you. Some people can be good when it comes to career. Some can be good when it comes to relationships, different fields. The second aspect is this person willing to help me? Some people are just too busy. They don't have maybe time to mentor you. So find people that have the time to pour into you.
And then once I get to that point, I've identified Nikita as somebody who's going to help me with my stepping stones. Right here. How do I approach you?
That's a brilliant one, because most of the time people just go online, hey, I want you to mentor me. And people have heard that a billion times and they're actually tired of that message. And it's unfortunate to put it that way, but that's actually how it is. The first thing is research about people. Find out what is it that somebody do. Understand what is it that they do professionally, where do they go, where can you find them. So you have to be able to understand something about a mentor. Recently, I actually had a scenario. There is a mentor that I was targeting, and I just wanted to go and meet them. And I went to listen to a podcast, and they mentioned that they love sunflowers. So I know what gift to give them.
Wow. Butter them up a little bit.
To butter them up, to soften them up.
And then we get to that, and what can you expect mentorship to be? Because okay, I'm walking in the footsteps of somebody who has walked this path before. How do I identify what exactly I need to learn from it? Because as much as it's a mentor, I want to assume it's not now this is your lifelong person. So how do I identify what I need to learn from the person and know when I've grown my mentor and need some somebody else to help me navigate life through.
I love that you're talking about the different stages of mentors, right? There is an immediate mentor, somebody that knows the thing that you need right now.
Yes.
But after some time, you're going to recognize that maybe what the mentor could assist you with is to take you from point A to point B. And then as you continue to grow in your career, or even as you transition, you might find yourself that I actually need somebody who teaches me how to communicate, not somebody who teaches me how to enter into the marketplace. Because now I'm already there. How do I navigate politics? Find the right person to do that. So it's identifying which season am I in, who is already in that season, you find the person. As I transition, you find another person. So that is very important.
Is there a danger of having multiple mentors? Like I want to learn public speaking, but I also want to learn how to use my hands maybe in some sort of jobs. A full table of mentors and I'm the single mentee. What is the danger of probably having that, or is that something that you can advise maybe 1 or 2 mentors?
I actually would advise that you have different kind of mentors. I'll give you an example. I'm currently pursuing my PhD. I have a mentor for my PhD. I'm a professional in academia. I have mentors in academia who help me on how to navigate an academia journey. I'm an entrepreneur. There are mentors that I have who assist me with that. And actually, I love that with the Unconventional Circle, what we did is create one platform that people can access different mentors that are assisting us in different spaces. And even though we have these different mentors, I always advise our mentees that you have to learn to see which mentor is for you in the program.
Yes.
Find your mentor.
The first one you meet is probably not
Yes.
even the person.
Yes. So sometimes they can even give you the skill that you need. Let me give you an example. We just shared on communication right now. This mentor can be so good when it comes to communication, and that's what you need the mentor for. Not necessarily now understanding workplace politics, not understanding this. So you have to understand, what do I need in this mentor? Don't try to find everything in one mentor or everything in different mentors. Very specific.
I'm a mentee. I just found a mentor. What are some of the things you've realized that we tend to do, maybe even unconsciously, that can lead us to maybe disrupting the relationship between your mentor and your mentees, that people should be very aware of? Becoming a mentee now my role as a mentee is, now I've got a mentor. What must I do? What shouldn't I do?
The take, but never give. That is a dangerous
Very
one.
dangerous one.
You should always find a way of refreshing people that are blessing you. Be a blessing. There is something that your mentor does not know. I always give this simple example to say, when you find people that are more mature, they're already in the marketplace, one of the things that they need is maybe how to position themselves online, how to post. As a young person, that's something that you could be very good with.
You bring something to the table
Give the
too.
mentor something, refresh the refresher. Yeah.
And when it comes to, these relationships, let's bring it back now to Botswana's context. Where do you see that we have a challenge with, especially creating more of these relationships between mentors and mentees? We lack mentors who are willing, or mentees are not willing to go to mentors and ask for help. Where are some of the challenges that we're seeing in the context of our country?
We have to understand that as a mentee, you need help. You should approach people. Sometimes people are just afraid of approaching people because, maybe intimidation. When you see people afar, you think they are not willing to help. In my journey, I have had a couple of mentors, people that are still helping me up to now. And most of the time, when I looked at them from far, I was like thinking, this person maybe is not approachable. But when you sit with them, they're actually very warm.
Yes.
Some people don't think of themselves as mentors even, but it is your responsibility to get what you need from people. It starts by conversation and asking, and eventually they recognize, wow, I'm actually able to help this person. I've actually had people who have done that.
Yes.
I asked help, and eventually they said, Nikita, I didn't know how much people needed my assistance, and I think I'll avail myself more. So in short, I want you to know people are willing to help, but it is for you to start asking.
And once you've asked, once you're getting it, and once you start realizing, well, not that I can be a mentor, there comes a time where there's a transition from you being a mentee to a mentor, right? Let's talk about that role. Once you're coming from Yanung, I was the one learning to, I'm the one teaching. How do we play about it? And we in your journey with the unconventional, unconventional circle. Okay, once we have our cohorts that have graduated, here we are, and this is the things we advise them to do.
Whatever that you know is enough for somebody else. Even if you have 2 months of work experience,
Yes.
that's enough for somebody who has never worked. So that's the first thing that I want everybody to think about. We recently had a conversation with somebody in the media, Tsidiski. She came to the public speaking program and she was teaching on public speaking, but with the focus of media on how I should see it right now.
Yeah.
We have been teaching public speaking for a long time,
Yes.
but
You didn't even know you got to sit in a way.
I found out that it should be different from corporate speaking. So that's somebody that is bringing the knowledge. Even if, as somebody who trains on public speaking, I needed to understand from her. So I want to believe it can be an exchange in that regard. What you know is enough to change somebody's life.
I love the fact that you never stop learning. I think we always encourage people to keep learning every possible way that they can. All right, let's talk about the unconventional circle. Now, you have 4 cohorts. This is the 4th cohort, meaning this is the 4th group of people that will be graduating. What do you guys do, and how do you hope to change now the whole space in terms of mentorship and appreciating mentorship in Botswana as a whole?
I like to call the unconventional circle a toolkit for success. There's a lot of things that you get to learn and to study outside, but the corporate place, once you get into it, you're going to see that there are different things that are required.
Yes.
So with the mentorship, we bridge mentees and mentors. It's basically, I would call it a platform. As Nikita, I do mentoring, but I don't do everything. There are other mentors from different aspects. We have people from academia, we have HR directors, we have banking executives, we have CEOs that have made the decision to be there in those platforms to be able to share information with the mentees that we have. And as well, our mentees are coming from different sectors. I mean, the marketplace, we might be coming from different industries, but you recognize that there are similarities, the same patterns, the same challenges. How do I navigate growth? How do I navigate career transition? How do I change my career? Maybe I've been doing this thing for a while. We have people that are able to assist you with that through the unconventional circle.
I love the fact that assistance is a very big, empowerment tool when it comes to the mentor-mentee relationships. Now, where do we start with mentorship? Where can we start? We will be young. I can be like 10 years old and feel like I want to be a presenter. You know, this is something I want to start. But usually, once they finish university, let's talk about the importance of starting early.
I love that. One of the first things that we teach people on the unconventional circle is that unconventional is actually identity.
I love the word unconventional.
It's identity. It's who you are. You are out of the ordinary. Lala is different from Nikita.
Yes.
So we teach people on identity. Have you figured out who you are? We actually even do an assessment to see your strength assessment. What are you really good with when we are beginning? Because who you are, your temperament, your identity eventually affects your career. So we start in helping people finding out who they are, what they like, challenges that they may be having, fears that they may be having before we talk about transition. So before we go to the corporate marketplace, we talk about you, the
who
unconventional you.
Know thyself. And we don't have much time left, but a very important question that I want to pose to you is right now a very chunk of our youth is going through unemployment, right? How can mentorship, even if you're already not in the corporate space or you're not in the working space, help you, like finding a mentor while you are unemployed, help you through your journey of even finding employment or finding who you are to build employment for yourself or the community around you?
That taps back to what we do at the unconventional circle. There's some people that we have sponsored, some of our mentees, they're sponsored by the program, the Unconventional Circle, because they don't have employment.
Yes.
So they're able, first of all, to network with people that are already in the marketplace. That network can go far. We have had testimonies, I would say, where somebody say, Nikita, I came here, I was not working, I was feeling depressed, I was just at home. But having these conversations over and over again, when it builds me, it just shows me that I'm actually not behind. When you teach me how to position myself, I realize that I don't have to wait for a job to start positioning myself. I can actually show people who I am, what I'm capable of, and solutions that I'm making before somebody calls me for a job.
All right. I love that. And Nikita, if you want to get more information from you, if you want to become part of the unconventional circle, or what the importance of mentorship is, or be part of it, how do I do that?
We have Facebook page, Instagram. I would say all social media platform. You just look for the Unconventional Circle. That's where you find us. Or if you want to contact me personally, I share a lot on growth, mentorship on my Facebook and many other platforms. You just go to Nikita Makwana and you'll find me there.
You are a little bit of a ray of sunshine that we need in the very cloudy days that we're going through. Thank you so much, Nikita. And we can't wait to see future mentees become mentors and change the whole workplace or just the general way of how we do things in Botswana.
Thank you so much.
All right,
Really
our conversation ends right here. Nikita Makwana, there you can find her as the director and lead mentor at the Unconventional Center. Do follow them and learn a little bit about how you can position yourself in the environment that was the working environment that we're in Botswana and grow yourself to be the better you.